Okay, so we promised an alum of Harvest Home, so I'm very happy to welcome to the stage Destiny Prescott.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hi, Destiny.
Hi.
I told Destiny before the show started, I said, because there's an amazing Instagram video that you made that's basically of your life. It's like a bio of your life, and I watched it 3 times, and I kept watching it because it so exemplifies your resilience and your courage and your honesty. That I said to Seth, I said, you're not going to interview Destiny. I want to talk to you myself. So can you tell everyone who hasn't seen the video, basically what was your life like before Harvest Home?
Yeah, so right before coming to Harvest Home, I had been sleeping in a car and at the beach. I was pregnant. It had been very unstable prior to then, and that was kind of like the turning point, finding out I was pregnant, that brought me to Harvest Home.
One of the things that really struck me in the video, because I actually took notes after a while, and I'm going to put on my glasses, because these are important points, because I think it's not just you, I think it's probably everyone who lands at Harvest Home, but I think also gives people watching who aren't in your position, but have been in other situations. You said, I grew up in chaos.
Yeah.
And your parents were addicts, and your mantra was kind of F it.
Yeah.
And yet, the thing that really struck me, well, I don't want to lead the witness, but you talked about it in the video, was that you didn't want to be like your mother.
Right. I mean, just my family in general has like generation and generation of women who just really didn't step into a motherhood role. And I never seen that modeled for me, so it was kind of having the idea that I'm gonna also fail at this. It didn't even strike me that like I could be a good mom. You know, that I could actually show my daughter a different way or break that, cycle that had continued for so long.
Put your mic a little bit closer, like
Sorry,
like
okay,
you're a
so
rock star.
like I'm gonna kiss it, okay, yes. Got it.
But, exactly. And then you found Harvest Home, and when you moved in, it's not like, oh, I'm at Harvest Home, everything is gonna be all good. Because you went in with feelings that you talked about of like guilt and shame.
Yeah, and definitely like I was, my daughter is my biggest blessing, but it came after a time of grief. It came as a result of a lot of poor decisions and, addiction and that. So it's like when I was pregnant with my daughter, I felt ashamed. I felt like there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to show up for her in the way that I should be able to as a parent. Like this was not on my list of things.
Right.
And so it's like I didn't even know how to show up for myself. How am I going to show up and show a child a way? I was 19 at the time. It just, yeah.
And you started going to the classes there, as Merle was talking about at the beginning. But there was one part of your story that really struck me, and that was you became friends with someone there, and who came from a different environment than you.
Right.
And who said to you what?
Yeah, that I had an issue. And she basically told me like the way I was growing up wasn't normal. Like
yes, it wasn't normal because when you grow up in that kind of environment, you just sort of think it's normal to have parents that you can't depend upon and all that. Yeah. Exactly.
And so she like kind of opened my eyes and I started being like, oh, like there's a different way to live. Like I have a choice. I can like definitely pivot the way things have been because there is, I'm sorry, but there is just definitely another opportunity for me, and I didn't know that before. Right. It's like when you're growing up like that, you kind of think it's normal, and it sounds insane to think like drugs, not having electricity, not having clean clothes, like you think that like that's just regular, but it's like that's what I'm around all the time. And up until coming to Harvest Home and like meeting people who were showing me, no, people have households where you eat 3 meals a day, and you're not like, your parents don't put drugs in front of you, and so.
And it seemed to me,